Aloha friends, this is Tito for the LoliNation blog coming to you on this edition of the Quick Tips for a Fabulous Friday. As promised, we're going to get some more insight into the seventh principle towards a prodigious attitude, and that is to learn from the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. We had talked about the four-letter word on Wednesday that gets in the way of us accomplishing the seventh principle, and that's the word fear, F-E-A-R. We also talked about that fearless does not mean having no fear, because fear is ingrained inside of us. It's part of our DNA. And in order to confront it, being fearless actually means to step up, understand your fear, know what it's about, and have the courage to confront it. Today, I'm going to share with you how we are going to confront it. What is it that gets in the way of us confronting fear? And I'm going to share with an exercise that could be done. Some of you might have done this already. It's called the free fall of trust. It's used in many seminars to actually get people to understand their level of fears and their level of trust combined. What you do is there's a pair, a partner, two partners that will stand together. One partner puts their back to the others, and the other one is standing behind that person and is waiting to catch him. And on the word go without knowing, the person in front will let themselves fall backwards on a free fall just like that. And what that does is demonstrate how much trust the person letting themselves fall gets into the arm. How much fear they would have to actually let themselves fall. For those of you who have done it, you might have noticed some individuals might just stop themselves in the middle of the fall. Others will free fall very carefully and be caught, and nobody really gets hurt. It's an interesting exercise because it helps you confront your fear, but it also helps you understand how much trust you have in your partners. Now, this is my point in terms of the word trust. There's a point where trust comes inherently. You actually give it to everyone around you. Now, in doing this exercise, if I were to do it with my 9-year-old daughter and letting myself fall, I would catch myself, not letting myself fall. I would have one foot that would catch myself before my daughter catches me. Not because I don't trust the fact that she wants to be able to catch me, that she, with all her heart and her mind, doesn't want me to get hurt and will do everything in her capabilities to catch me. It's not that I don't trust. It's I don't trust in her ability and capabilities to catch me because she's smaller than I am. I am 182 pounds, falling with the force of gravity. I might actually hurt myself and, more importantly in the process, hurt her. That's what I don't trust. So the trust lies in the ability of the person you put the trust in. Now the question is, in regards to the trust of the fear of failure that you have, do you trust yourself? When you learn from the mistakes of the past, do you trust yourself in your own abilities and skill set to overcome that fear of failure, to learn from those mistakes and push forward? That's an interesting question. I'd like you to ponder on that for a moment. Now, I'm going to illustrate this also through a really simple exercise that you do, and I like to use this exercise all the time. It's the exercise of you getting into a car and driving to point A to point B each and every day. Now, you're getting into this big engine, a car. It's this massive form that travels at high speed on the road. As you get into it, you should have a fear that you will get into an accident. Your survival instincts, it's not natural to get into a car necessarily and drive over. Now, that fear is overcome by the trust that you have, and you trust the drivers that share the road with you. You trust that they won't hit you at high speed and create such a moment that it will significantly hurt themselves and yourself. So you have to stand back. You put the trust in them that they have the skill set, the ability, and the desire not to hurt you or themselves. Interesting, isn't it? You also trust yourself that you're able to drive very aggressively or defensively or very safely, not to get yourself into an accident. That's also key. Notice again the word trust is tied to an ability, tied to a skill set. So ponder upon this when you look at your list from Wednesday on the fear of failures, what fears do you have? Now, the quick tips for this week is for you to grab a pen and paper and start writing down what is it in your skill set that you have, that you do not possess, that will help you overcome the fear of failure and learn from the mistakes that you haven't changed as of yet. What is it that you're missing? And if you don't have those skill set or those abilities, if you have a gap, this is the time to do it now. List them and go get help and resources. Reach out to a mentor, talk to a coach, read a book, listen to a tape, give me an email. I will help you. And this is very quick tips for this Fabulous Friday. One simple thing. Get out and get her done. You've listed it. You put it down on paper. You looked at your fears. Now look at the trust in your skill set and capabilities to move this forward. That's it for this Fabulous Friday. I look forward to coming to you on Monday, Marvelous Mondays, where I'm going to be speaking about the 8th principle towards a prodigious attitude, and that's the one I like a lot also. It's to wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature I meet a smile. That's fantastic. Now remember, as always, it doesn't matter where you are today. It doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is what you learned today. What matters is what you do today. And what matters most is what you do with what you learn. Combine those two and you'll get magic and transformation. So, the past led you to where you are here today. But what you do today, get her done. What you do today will define who you become tomorrow. This is Tito saying, first of all, I want to give a shout out, a big thank you. Make it a prodigious weekend, all of you folks out there. For my friends in Australia, keep it warm. For my friends in Canada, happy Canada Day. It's fantastic. We're number 2 to Australia in terms of the best country to live in the OECD, but we'll take it and we'll have fun in our summertime. It's going to be sunny. For my friends in Cambodia, keep warm and keep cool at the same time because it's hot and humid out there. My friends in England, it's nice summery as I understand it. Might be a bit rainy. And all my friends in Turkey, I thank you so very much for taking an important time of your day, of your life, to listen to the message I have. Hopefully you get me to share it. Don't forget, I'm still looking for 50 before Hawaii. This is Tito Kang for the LoliNation blog saying aloha and mahalo. Make it a prodigious weekend. Until next time, and to your prodigious success.